I'm joined here by Natassa Theodorakopoulou. She's a member of Syriza's Central Committee. Thank you very much for being with us, Mrs. Theodorakopoulou. We're getting some exit polls indicating that the No campaign has won the day. Can you confirm? Is that the general feeling?
These are good news, but we have to be patient and for having the real results, because these are not what the people did with their votes. These are, let's say, polls, and we can never be sure of the. But it's very positive that even through the polls, the Greeks decided to keep their dignity and to say no to the austerity policies and to the blackmailing of the European elites.
Now, we've heard a lot of comments and warnings from EU officials, also from mainstream opposition parties here, who said that basically if the Greeks were to vote no, they would logically force Greece out of the Eurozone. What is your message? What is your analysis at this stage of the Greek crisis?
The Greeks would like to remain in Europe, to stay in the Eurozone, but with dignity and with a better, let's say, future. And for having that, they have to prove that what the Greek government was negotiating with the European elites was not only the position of the government, but let's say the position of the Greek people.
Now, Greece's creditors say that they've already done a lot and that the last deal on the table was a fair deal for Greece. How confident are you that you can get more concessions and that you can get a deal?
I think that during the last days, the majority of the leaders of Europe made it very clear that the negotiations will restart from Monday and Greece should stay in Europe. So the decision is to find a solution. And if the politics decide to find a solution, there will be a solution with the Greek people inside and a better solution for their future.
Mr. Juncker, the president of the Commission, last week said that he was very saddened because we were close to a deal, he said, before Mr. Tsipras reached a referendum. Do you believe that Mr. Tsipras can possibly agree with the creditors and that the last version of the deal, which was on the table during the last summit on the 25th of June, is something you can work with? Or do you want to start the negotiations from scratch again?
From my point of view, it's easy to contest the mandate of a government, but it's difficult to contest the mandate of a nation. So now they have to respect what the Greeks ask, and they have to find a solution. Whatever, the Greek people are not fighting only for Greece or their future. They are fighting for the whole Europe, for the peoples of Europe.
Now, you seem confident, my last question, confident in the mid-run, but the clock is ticking. Tomorrow the markets will reopen. There may be a sense of panic. You're supposed to reopen your banks on Tuesday. Now, they rely entirely on cash injections from the ECB. Does Mr. Tsipras have an emergency plan to deal with the next couple of hours, which might be crucial and critical for Greece?
Till now, Mr. Tsipras proved that he had always a plan. So we trust him, and he will always
Orthodoxy.
Thank you,
I want to speak also.
Later, madam.
Orthodoxy is the real.
Sorry. I was saying that we trust him, and we know that he will do his best for us and for the whole Europe.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Theodorakopoulou. I remind of you that you're a member of the Central Committee of Syriza, a close ally of Alexis Tsipras.